So like I'm like, I used to be nervous. But y'all just calm down the very
family, girl.
Okay.
Somebody get the camera.
Okay, so my presentation is on prepare. And I'm sorry, what does it mean to prepare? I looked up prepare. Prepare is to make something ready, to take the necessary action to put something into a state where it is fit for use or action or for a particular event or purpose. As a mother, as many of us are, we have jobs in and out of the home, or some of us go to school. Due to this and other reasons, some of us have hectic mornings and evenings because we did not take out an extra 5 minutes to prepare what the children were going to wear to school or what we would have for dinner. Unpreparedness brings chaos, at least in my house it does. In my house it does. That's a whole other issue all by itself, the chaos. But when we're prepared, we're more confident. Our family is better, the home is better, and most of all, we are better because we're prepared. Being prepared helps us to recognize the equipment we must wear. Ephesians 6:13 says, "This is why you must take up the full armor of God so that you may be able to resist in the evil day and having prepared everything to take your stand." One of the smallest creatures in the earth, an ant, prepares. In Proverbs 6, chapter 6, verse 6, it says, "Take a lesson from the ants," and I'm just paraphrasing, but it says, "Take a lesson from the ants. Learn their ways and be wise." The ants go all summer and part of fall preparing for the winter. They go and, dig around and, we see them in the house. We see them, down the sidewalk and they're carrying food. And I, myself, has taken a magnifying glass, trying to fry them, but, 35 years old got a magnifying glass on the hand. But it didn't stop the process. They just went around the window. They kept doing what they had to do. They had, they're preparing for their future. Even when it rains, it doesn't stop the ants. So they go back and forth, staying focused, preparing on what they have to do in order to survive for the future. So just imagine if some of the ants were to crawl out of their home and, like some of us, we get off our track and it just throws us for the whole day. Well, an ant crawl out of their hole and say, "Ooh, I ain't coming out today because it's hot." They go back into the hole. Well, that sets them back. They're not going to be prepared for the winter. But some of us, we come outside, "Ooh, it's hot, I got a headache, I'm not going to fool some kids today," and we get distracted on what we're supposed to do. So if we prepare like the ants, then things like that won't distract us. As mothers, sisters, and women, we can't stop because of something that didn't go right. Instead, we have to prepare for things that we know about. Things are going to come up unexpectedly, but if you prepare for the things that you know can happen, then you will not skip a beat when the unexpected pop up. Another example I have is an octopus. An octopus has 6 arms and 2 legs. 8
arms for Sean.
6 arms and 2 legs.
Okay, yeah.
I thought it was 8 legs, but it's 6 arms and 2 legs.
Why can't it be 8 arms?
So, let's see, no more. So, an octopus's mom can do 3 times as much as we can in the same foot. So imagine this. We have a mama octopus with them 6 arms and them 2 legs. For the sake of Lakeisha, we're going to say 8 arms. She has to get the food, listen to the complaint of the baby octopuses, shake one on her hip, tell them to stop teasing each other, keep their hands to themselves, and swatting off predators all at the same time. If she didn't prepare, just think about what it would look like. You got the kids, over there with all 8 of their little tentacles swatting at each other, and everybody all tangled up and everything. Come on, Mama. And so some of us are like that. I have 4 kids myself, and surely if something fall out of line in the house, oh Jesus, them kids get on my nerves. I'm with you, sister. If we have a set plan, and Myra teases me all the time because I have a plan and we prepare, and before we do something, it's like, oh, hold up, we gotta do this, and this first. And if something goes off track, then it throws everything off. Everybody gets thrown off, especially if you're a preparer and the kids know that you're a preparer. And when you don't do something, the correct way, they ask, why that happened? So, if we took 10 minutes before we go to bed at night to prepare for the next day, we can take out a pack of meat, go ahead and season it up and, put it in the freezer. And when you come home from work, all you have to do is throw the sides together. Or you can get the kids' clothes out and iron them the night before, and that way you're not trying to wash things out of shirts from the derby hamper that the baby wanted to wear, but you got to get it off the derby hamper, clean that stain off of it, and put the iron on it to dry the stain, and get the baby off the You just gonna wash that stain off of it, dry with the iron, and send that baby out there to that bus stop with that dirty, stinky shirt, but it's clean. It looks clean, but it don't smell clean. And we do all this 3 minutes before we walk out the door, before it's time for us to walk out the door. So to me, being prepared means that you're dedicated. It means that you put forth an effort in preparing dinner or sending your children to school in 100% clean clothes. And at the end of the day, John 14:2 says, Christ has gone to prepare a place for us. And not only that, he will come again and personally take us where he will be also. For me alone, that brings joy to my heart, because while I'm here preparing my family for the things that God has given to me to do as a mother, not taking control of my house, but being submissive and obedient to the things that my husband says, I'm also preparing. I'm also doing the same and preparing, myself. So a couple of things that I do to prepare, and it may be useful to some, useless to some, every mother should have a calendar or a schedule. This way you can keep track of your appointments, the outings, the doctor's appointments, and even date nights with your homegirls. The second thing is choose a day out of the week to regroup. It doesn't necessarily have to be the weekend. I personally take Thursday, which is the winding down of my week. I'll take Thursday, look at my calendar, and see what needs to be done on next week. And then I kind of get with everybody and see, what they have going on. And now the kids are out of school, it's not a whole lot that I have to do. But because, the midweek church service is over, I can, have a clear head on what I have to do that following week. And then, two, being that it's Thursday, I can do a one-skillet meal, and nobody would be upset about the meal. So the crock pot can be your friend if you do it the right way. The third thing I have is make a meal plan and try to stick to it. It can be hard, but it can also work to your advantage. I learned that from my husband, in turn learned it from his grandfather. The stories that I heard, he had meals prepared like the ants. 6 months in advance.
Baby, he had a 6-foot-long freezer.
So we take that into consideration and we do it. In preparing your meal plan, you also choose a day to go shopping, run your errands, and pay bills. The price of gas is really high, so all of that works in together. You can get your shopping done. Once your meal plan is made, stick to it. When you go in the store, buy what you have on your meal plan. That way you won't be running back and forth to the store 6 or 7 times a week, being unprepared for what's going to come up. Once you choose a day to regroup, get everybody's upcoming week, and you don't have to make many adjustments because everybody knows what they have going on. Then the last thing is to try to plan ahead. Meaning if you have to be to work at 9, you shouldn't be leaving out of the house at 8:43. Because it takes time. We have to travel. Sometimes some of us have to drop the kids off to school. So it all takes preparation. You have to get up. If you have to be to work at 9, I personally like to be to work at least 45 minutes early. And, people think something's wrong with me, but I just like to get there because you get there early, you're able to, regroup. You're able to leave what happened at home, and when you get to your desk, you think about the things that, you have to do, and you can even possibly pray in your little cubicle or your little office space, whatever you want to call it, but you can pray while you're there. You get out of the mommy and the wife mode and get into the businesswoman mode, so once you have an idea of the many things that you do on a daily basis, you can prepare to get them done and not feel overwhelmed. When school resumes, give your children a prepared schedule. My boys have a set schedule even on the weekends because they do better with consistency. Any change in the plan will throw us off track. In the long run, you will be able to reap the benefit of preparing because your time will be accounted for, which will allow you more time to have me time.
Amen.